happy Tuesday morning, May 17, 2022. I'm Riley King. Welcome to this Tuesday morning edition of your morning news update right here on the Riley King Radio Network. Let's get started with your morning news update right now. First up, crews work to fix power lines after storm in North Charlestown. Let's take a listen to that video from WMUR News 9.
Well, Monica, not a whole lot we can see due to the darkness out here, but take a look behind us. There are several crews going up and down Route 12 here in North Charlestown. They're working on restoring power. There were several power lines that were snapped in those high winds earlier this evening. We're told that about 4,100 people statewide are currently without power. Now, again, these crews, they're going to be working on these lines all night long. It just started raining here in North Charlestown as well, so they're in for a soggy night ahead of them. But again, we're told they'll be continuing to work throughout the night. Parts of Route 12 are still blocked off to traffic, but some of the roads have been reopening in the last half hour or so. So we're going to continue checking out some of the damage around here. We'll report back with what we find. But for now, live in North Charlestown, Scott Cook, WMUR News 9.
Okay, and there you go on that video and that report. Possible tornado damage in North Charlestown. Let's take a listen to that video from WMUR News 9.
Just got some new video in of what appears to be a tornado in that area. We are still waiting for confirmation from the National Weather Service. We will bring you the updates on this video and the conditions there as they come into the newsroom.
And take a look at this video also coming in from North Charlestown, showing that powerful storm system knocking down trees and power lines. One man says the storm blew out the windows of his Jeep. He says he was driving on Route 12 when the winds picked up and he narrowly avoided getting hit by falling trees.
It just blew everything right around me, and it blew the windows out of my Jeep. And at that point, the trees started falling, so I just ducked down and I slammed on the brakes and I stopped in the intersection, like the only place I could really find that there wasn't trees coming down.
With debris across roads in Charlestown tonight, the cleanup continues.
That storm knocking power out to thousands of homes and businesses all across the state. Right now, there are a little less than 4,200 customers in the dark tonight.
Okay, and there you go on that video and that report. Suspect arrested in Taiwanese church shooting. Let's take a listen to that video from ABC News.
Another mass shooting in America over the weekend, this time at a church in California. One person was killed, 5 others were wounded, and the FBI tonight now revealing it is investigating this shooting as a hate crime as well. Tonight, we hear from the pastor. He describes how he and the parishioners took down the 68-year-old suspect and tied him up. ABC's chief national correspondent Matt Gutman on the scene in Laguna Woods, California tonight.
Tonight, police say 68-year-old David Chow walked into the Southern California church bearing 2 handguns and a political grudge.
It is believed the suspect involved was upset about political tensions between China and Taiwan.
Police say the suspect is an immigrant from China who drove 4 hours from Las Vegas to target this Taiwanese congregation. About 50 congregants had gathered for a luncheon for former pastor Billy Chang. Police say Chow, a licensed security guard, came in with a gun, even trying to trap them inside.
Multiple locations had been chained shut, and multiple entrances that we had been tampered with.
He then opened fire, injuring 5. They ranged in age from 66 to 92, and 1 man was killed, Dr. John Chang.
Dr. Chang charged the individual, the suspect, attempted to disarm him.
It was then that Pastor Chang saw an opportunity.
I bring the chair to attack that shooter.
So you hit the shooter with a chair?
Yes.
This image showing the moment Pastor Chang and others managed to subdue the shooter, those elderly congregants tying him up with electrical cord. David, the FBI says it has multiple pieces of evidence, including writings indicating this was a hate crime, and if the suspect is convicted just on those state charges alone of murder and attempted murder, he could face the death penalty. David.
All right, Matt Gutman, our thanks to you as well.
Hi, everyone.
Okay, and there you go on that video and that report. That does it for your morning news update right here on the Riley King Radio Network. Thank you for tuning in to this morning news update. Have a great rest of your Tuesday, and goodbye.